Namaskaram and a very good evening. We are discussing a much awaited tax strategy, and today is a very intense day. After the law exam, to restart taxation, it's hard for you, especially when you believe that there are 2 days. But trust me, this is where you have to fix the aggregate in your group apart from clearing the tax. Now, one of the problems with taxation, especially when it comes to weightage, the weightage is very distributed and broken. One, you already have 50 marks, and in each 50 marks, it is subdivided. So there is no one single chapter which has very decent weightage. So you have to cover a lot of topics, both in terms of the weightage and also taxation has a lot of interlinkage. There is no single chapter which you can just study independently. So because of these two reasons, you have to cover a lot of ground, both in terms of income tax and also for GST. Having said that, we have expertise in figuring out some maths. So this is about your weightage. And what we have arrived at is, Hari has released the last 2 attempts exam papers, including the May 24 exam, your MTPs, RTP and everything. So I figured out some hacks in terms of what are the high weightage chapters and a relative note. Again, everything has to be covered, but on a relative scale, what are the topics which have to be covered. So as a conclusion, we have arrived at 2 scenarios. Number one, in terms of your module, your first module has 15 marks, your second module is 30 marks. Now the paper is for more than 50 marks, but generally this is the minimum thing. Okay, so if you have to choose between your modules, this is the first module and this is the second module. So this is clear. And second, in terms of GST, there is no significant difference. Both the modules have equal weightage. Now here the module 2 is the most important. Module 2 of income tax is the most important. In terms of modules, if you are strictly sticking to the modules part. Now apart from this, if you look at specific chapters, heads of total income plus income tax liability and computation of total income. Again, if you can see this, which includes most of the topics, but what we can do is tomorrow, if you put in 2 hours and 3 hours, okay, before lunch, between breakfast time to lunch time, if you cover these 2 topics, you'll be done with 50% of the total syllabus for taxation, because it covers everything. So there are some macro problems in this. If you are able to solve these 2, you'll be able to cover decent weightage. Okay, this is about one. And next, moving on to the next thing. So value of supply and input tax credit together will give you more than 15 to 18 marks. Again, this also includes some other smaller topics, the questions you need some understanding of other topics. So that way, if you cover this, almost 40% of the syllabus will be done comfortably. And before 5 o'clock, if you do this, this will give you an added advantage as compared to others. And from 5 p.m., we will convert everything into a regular 20-hour stretch. Okay, this is exactly what has to be done. So tonight I understand you're drained out of your energy, but push yourself and complete index mapping for these chapters, chapter 3, chapter 9, chapter 7, chapter 8. So when I say index mapping, we strongly recommend you to do this index mapping from the IKA book, because it will give you a very quick context of the entire syllabus. Okay, so quickly finish these 2 aspects. Chapter 3, I think you already are in chapter 3, so finish chapter 3 index mapping and then move on to chapter 9, chapter 7, chapter 8. That's it. Once you're done, you'll be able to have a head start tomorrow. Can this be done? Okay? Yeah. That's about it. So yeah, it's quite tiring for all of us, but slightly push yourself for today. And once you do this, you will have a great advantage before you start your day tomorrow. Hope this is helpful. Thank you very much.